What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Zach Zeiler, and today I want to make a quick video to specifically a certain demographic. And basically I want to speak to those of you guys who are beginning lifters or beginners, those of you who may have just started your lifting journey, and maybe some of you guys who haven't even started lifting yet but you're interested in getting started. So I'm going to try to give you guys a little bit of advice and some tips based on my experiences, my mistakes that I've made in the past, and just things to think about and things to take into consideration. So to start things off, the single most important factor in building a great physique, and or getting stronger for that matter, and that is nutrition. Everybody will tell you guys this, and there's a reason to it. It's because it's true. And I have found myself in the past, especially when I was starting out, I found myself questioning whether or not nutrition was really important, and I didn't prioritize my nutrition early on in the way that I should have did it. So, my suggestion to you guys is to start off easy and make simple choices. I would not suggest that you try to follow an extremely strict program or anything like that. Maybe avoid counting macronutrients, counting calories, or anything like that early on in your stages of nutrition. Because in my experiences, clients that I've worked with and friends that I've had, they have all shared in finding that to be very tedious. And many of them have dropped their nutrition program completely because they find it too complicated, it's not fun enough, and in many cases they don't have enough freedom. So if you guys are beginners or you're just starting out, you definitely don't want to be too strict in regards towards your nutrition. I will say this, however, do your research. The best thing that you can do in terms of nutrition, or training for that matter, is to research, because there is no such thing as knowing too much information, especially in regards towards fitness in general. There is no person that knows it all, and every single day you will find you are learning something new. I'm the same way. I am far from knowing everything. I am learning every single day, and that's one thing that I try to do, is better myself from the previous day in terms of knowledge and experience. So, not to be too specific, but I would tell you guys to experiment with different foodstuffs. Try eating different meals, try eating different types of food, and see how it affects your body. Mess around with different variances of actual numbers of meals that you consume each day, and see how it affects your body. See if you see any greater benefit eating this many meals a day compared to eating this many meals a day. Not only that, but I would also say to focus on making smarter and healthier choices in general. Avoid eating the fast food every single day. Avoid eating all the sugar every single day. It's as simple as making better choices and calling yourself out and holding responsibility for yourself when you do make poor nutritional choices. So with whatever you're consuming, look at the ingredients, read the nutrition facts, and familiarize yourself with how much protein is in this, how many carbohydrates are in this, how much fat is in this, what kind of ingredients show up on this label, or if you go to a restaurant, go onto their website and find out the nutritional facts, just to give yourself a little bit of a greater understanding about food and what's actually in your food that you're consuming in general. So alongside the nutrition, of course, there's the training aspect. And again, I would definitely recommend that you keep things as simple as possible. I would definitely say that a beginner should focus on mastering the compound movements. And those are your deadlift, your bench press, and your squat. For those of you guys who avoid those exercises and you're just starting out, I would highly recommend that you implement them into your training regimen. These movements are so important in building the foundation to your physique and getting stronger at these movements. Now, before even focusing on strength, go through these movements, watch as many tutorials as you can, go through the gym, have some people watch your form, and get opinions, because there is no such thing as perfect form on any compound movement. And as soon as you feel as though you have mastered these compound movements, go through and focus on getting stronger over time. Have a focus on progressive overload early on so that you can notice that gradual strength increase. And by having that gradual strength increase is only going to benefit you to your physique as well as getting you stronger. And when you get stronger, you will be working with heavier workloads when you're doing your hypertrophy movements, trying to build muscle. And it is so important, you guys, to be getting stronger in your workouts. The next thing that I would suggest in terms of your training would be to mess around with different amounts of volume in your workouts. Now, you don't want to go overboard early on, but experiment with different numbers of sets, different numbers of rep ranges, different numbers of exercises, just really simple things, and really open yourself up to exercises that you would not normally perform, just to get an idea early on how they affect your body and take advantage of the fact that you have newbie gains to play around with. So from there we go into supplementation, and I always say, in my honest opinion, and again this is my opinion, supplementation isn't something that you should really worry about until you're at least 18 years old. Or also, I would say that you should at least have a year of lifting under your belt before you worry about supplements. If you have not been working out for a year, don't worry about supplementation. Don't fall into this fitness industry that is completely about deception and falsities, and they give this idea that you have to take supplements in order to see great gains, strength gains or physical gains. And that's just not the case. If you are truly trying to build a great physique, you can do so without supplements. They are really just a boost in a way. If you were to take a pre-workout, a whey protein, or perhaps like a mass gain or creatine, they're really just tools that you will be utilizing later on in your training, after you master your lifts, after you are ready and you have enough experience under your belt. The best amount of advice that I could give you is to not worry about the supplements, no matter what your friends are telling you, no matter what the industry is telling you. Worry about yourself, focus on your nutrition, and do not fret so much over the supplementation. Now the final thing I'll touch upon real quick is your recovery time, your rest, your actual amount of rest that you receive and that you actually give yourself each night. Now, I would recommend that you get at least 8 hours of sleep, if not more, if possible. And I understand the fact that many of you guys have jobs, many of you guys have school, and so you are forced to wake up extra early in the morning. But you need to hold yourself accountable, and you have to take responsibility for yourself and really go to bed at a reasonable hour. I myself am a night owl, and I find myself staying up so late at night, playing on my phone, getting on my iPad, just unnecessary stuff. Lay down, go to sleep, and recover from your workouts. So I hope that's a little bit informative. I know I answered a couple of specific questions that people were asking me I have here on my phone. I just wanted to touch upon it, make an actual video to help you guys out, and some other people who may be coming in new to the channel. So, thank you guys very much for watching. This is Zach Zeiler. I love you all so much. Until next time, peace out, bye.